Viewers and subscribers, Dancehall Critics there, once again, Respect and manners to everybody who always tune into the channel and support the channel. Of course, essentially doing so is supporting the channel growth. So I appreciate the whole lot. If it's the first time, however, tuning into the channel, please remember to like, comment, share, and of course, ring the bell icon, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Yes, so I say people, each time I drop something, you want to be notified once you do that, and click the bell icon. Today, I talk about RYGIN King. Some, of course, disturbing news here. We're not going to say breaking news because I'm from yesterday, but nonetheless, we still have to talk about it. So make sure to stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So, viewer subscribers, disturbingly, we have obviously seen that there's some information that surfaced the internet here regarding RYGIN King, of course, and his wife, and apparently a couple other men were arrested in New York for what seems to be illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Viewer subscribers, this is disturbing because what we do know is this could be as a direct reaction or response to RYGIN King's trauma, being that he's in a wheelchair now, subsequent to or following a shooting that had basically put him in wheelchair, basically make him can't move again, him paralyzed. You get a say people, we don't know if this is permanent paralysis or it's a thing where over time him maybe him sensory neurons and certain brain functioning will start basically go back to normal. I think that's the goal. But I say all of that, viewers and subscribers, just to say that I believe that RYGIN King was traveling with a firearm, and this is just all based on what we're hearing here in the media. And the article that I will be reading from here, viewers and subscribers, is from Dancehall Mag. Yes, so I say I'm not sure if this is a more updated version, because at first there were stories that came out say, oh, RYGIN King got arrested, and then there were immediate follow-up stories that talked about the fact that RYGIN King and his wife, as well as a couple other men, were also implicated in the whole arrest and also arrested and detained and all of these things. You understand what I say, people? But it is not a good look. And like I say all of them something if you say, boy, maybe him did a walk with a machine, or him and him team that walk with a machine, because of self-defense and of course paranoia. You don't know who and what and when a man might pull up on you, and you don't want to get caught lacking a second time. So not sure if that might have anything to do with him fighting his case here in the United States. So I say, hear people that talk about deportation. We do not know if deportation is on the table just quite yet. We're not sure if RYGIN King was and or is a green card holder, where could potentially kind of make things be a little bit different, if it just immediately be any kind of deportation proceedings. But it can be a matter where, of course, it have to deal with the state level criminal case. And of course, having a good lawyer, you can possibly walk off of that case here with a slap on the wrist, in my opinion. You some people, you're an entertainer, you have to have some kind of weapon for security and or protection. So as far as like the legalities, as far as having a legal firearm, as far as having the credentials to carry legally, as it relates to like maybe like a CCW or something of that sort. You get the mess of people. But nonetheless, we could get into the article here and see what they are saying about this situation here, viewers and subscribers. So the article title is RYGIN King's wife, 4 other men were also arrested in New York over a illegal gun. All right. So the article says here, dancehall star RYGIN King, real name Matthew Smith, and his wife Eileen Parker Smith were among those arrested in New York on multiple weapons possession charges early Monday morning. King was in the front passenger seat of the vehicle when stopped by the police, and he was found with a loaded Palmetto State Armory 9mm firearm. The Deputy Commissioner Public Information of the NYPD 113th Precinct told Dancehall Mag. They confirmed that the Tough Singer, 29, was arrested by the precinct's midnight public safety team at 4:30 a.m. on July 8 at 179th Street and 114th Road in Queens, New York. He was slapped with 5 charges, including criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, loaded firearm, criminal possession of a weapon in the third degree, ammo clips, possession of an ammunition feeding device, and criminal possession of a weapon in the fourth degree. That don't look good. 5 other persons were also hit with similar charges. They were Eileen Parker Smith, 41, Kemore Palmer, 30, Daryl Tate, 30, Rashawn Linton, 27, and the driver, Javon Brown, 23. Don't look good for you, all of them. Let me tell you. The driver of the vehicle was also hit with an additional charge of vehicle license and license violation, false impersonation, and illegal signal, the officer in the DCPI unit said. So the driver in another, she told her, him have to go fight separate. You see how things can spiral over people and it can actually, essentially snowball viewers and subscribers. You get to me as people are them thing the way I talk about. So I'm going to continue reading the article now that the 113th precinct announced the recovery of the weapon in a Twitter post on Tuesday. Yesterday, of course, may I read it like a day later, late. But anyway, yesterday, 113th Precinct Midnight Public Safety Team made an arrest and recovered this loaded firearm. Excellent work. #one less gun, they wrote. And of course, we can see it here, so. And all of them something there. You see, people? Yes, so it's a King's first court appearance is scheduled for Friday, which is today at 9 a.m. in the Queen's Supreme Criminal Court. He is represented by court-appointed attorney, which is not a good look, Mark B. Lakind. In New York, the top charge of criminal possession of a loaded firearm carries a minimum sentence of 3.5 years in prison for first-time offenders, with a maximum of 15 years. In 2020, RYGIN King faced a life-altering incident in the Troy district of Westmoreland, Jamaica. While traveling with his entourage, 2 men opened fire on the group. His manager's wife, Sasha Lee Blackwood, was tragically killed, and King was chased into a ditch and shot 3 times. He spent several weeks in medical facilities, undergoing critical surgeries and so on and so forth. Now bounded to a wheelchair, he left Jamaica in 2021 for orthopedic consultations and therapy in the United States. King's experiences inspired his debut album Therapy, featuring tracks like Therapy, Circumstances, and Broken. His sophomore album Recovery continued the same theme with songs such as Recovery, Firm, and Hurting. So, of course, those are just some of the latest body of work, and of course some of his most impactful body of work. Since the whole incident of him getting shot and all of these things. But people will look upon a situation there, however, as far as, just seeing it and just discussing the situation, the circumstances that surround it. First of all, New York is the worst state for have any kind of gun possession. See, New York no hold the same southern or even midwestern laws, or would make it be a little bit more lenient in certain aspects. You get the mess of people. So a couple things here. If RYGIN King and or a member of his team never had the proper documentation for the firearm, then them are going in trouble, including RYGIN King himself. And apparently, based on the reports here and the information from this article, it appears as though RYGIN King had that firearm in his possession. Okay, so many people. Now, it's unclear as to whether or not there were multiple firearms. So far, we only know that this was the only firearm, the 9mm, the Palmetto 9mm pistol. You see what I say, people? So that right there is not a good look. The driver, however, also have a bag of things to deal with. You know what I say, as far as like proper documentation for licensing, impersonation, and them look at something that is not a good look. So right now, the fact that them have a court-appointed attorney for them is not a good look either. You know, you need to have an attorney where you can just boom, speed dial. Yo, me lock up, me need you to represent me. Me an entertainer, me a this caliber kind of person. You know, me as a people. So you have to really take them things into account. But what do you think will ultimately be the you know, the final decision as far as seeing this unfolding? You know, massive viewer subscribers, remember, RYGIN King wife is also involved in this situation here as well, which is not a good look, because remember, them have children. And that can be something where is a totally different discussion. But nonetheless, we're curious to hear what will be discussed, or as far as arguments heard in court today, as far as like RYGIN King's first appearance. So viewer subscribers, again, this is not the best news, because we already know that the artists are go through some traumatic encounters and experiences and so on and so forth, as far as is especially the process of recovering and wanting to walk again, and then this got happen. It's just not a good look. And I also believe that he had a pistol because, of course, paranoia, self-defense, when somebody might try to point upon you again and give you 3 more shots, this time you might not survive. So all of these things to take into account, viewer subscribers. Not sure if the judge will also take these things into account, and also consider the fact that he's an entertainer. Nonetheless, entertainer or no entertainer, is still not shy of suffering the consequences or facing the consequences of breaking the law. Or people are critics. More earful, of course, insight, discussions, views. Leave it in the comment section. Let me know it go. Remember to subscribe and, of course, ring the bell icon and like. Hit a like on the video and, of course, help out the channel. Respect our manners. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, the critics, and I'm out.